Hello there. Boom. Okay, it's just for an icebreaker. Throw in one word, and I could just say what I think of the word, or maybe even bust a little freestyle rap to the word. So, what's your name? Or just, what's your question? Is it about training? Anything? What do you want to know? Go on. Don't be shy. Anything about bench, squat, deadlift, training? Anything about November? Anything about Thanksgiving? Anything? Or lifestyle? Whatever. Anything you would like to know? Any trivia fact you would want to know about me? Go on. Or any training advice. I've been training for over 19 years. I started training May of 2006. So January 2005, that's when I picked up my first bodybuilding magazine, Flex Magazine. They had Ronnie Coleman. I saw Ronnie Coleman. I don't remember the cover, but the bodybuilders I saw were Ronnie Coleman, Jay Cutler, and Branch Warren. That's when I first knew like what bodybuilding was. And I saw Freak Physiques. And before then, it's just me. I mean, I knew I was gonna train as soon as possible, but I just didn't want to get beaten up, and I didn't want to get beaten up in school. I didn't want to get have my brothers get beaten up, or have my parents be in danger. So I wanted to be that superhero that could save everyone and be protected and protect everybody. And I didn't want to get beaten up in school too. There are times that some of my friends in school had fights, and they all decided to cancel the fights because they found out I was going to help defend. I wanted that much strength and power. So I just wanted to be untouchable. Fast forward to my adult life, I want to be that guy that even if I'm not the strongest, I'm in a building, a town, a country, or a society where there's at least 100 or thousands of men tougher, bigger, stronger than me. I want to be the last one standing. I want nothing to happen to me. I want to be so untouchable, it's not even funny. But yeah, there's more depth into why I'm training. How about you? Do you train? Anything else you would like to know about my training? So since May 2006, and now fast forward to now. Now I'm just getting over injuries because old age. Even though I'm not that old, I'm 33, but I've been doing this since I was 14. So almost 2/3 of my life, and now it's just a point of just holding on to what's left. I destroyed my body in the pursuit of being as strong as humanly possible, naturally too, naturally to boot. But just wanted to be the strongest in the history of the face of the earth. That was my goal for the long time, and everything revolved around being as strong as humanly possible. It was just about pushing the envelope and seeing how far I could take my body, how high I could get a number. My current fitness goals, really, I gained a good 15 pounds back. I This past summer it was weight loss. Spring to summer it was weight loss. This summer I this around March 2025 I weighed 260, and then by the time it was end of June or July 2024, I mean 2025, which is like a good 3-4 months, I dropped a good almost 40 pounds because I was doing like a severe starvation diet. And I was just and I train I cut similar, not for my clients, but for myself, I cut in similar ways I train. Just push the envelope. See how little food I can eat, how much I could just I don't recommend it. So I got down to I went from 260 to 221 pounds body weight. Now I'm back up to 240 as we speak. I fill out more. My calves got bigger again. I mean, my calves are never that great, but they were pretty small. But they because I lost a lot of calf muscle with the cut. Because I also have so much lower back spine injury that I barely could train legs. But now even my legs are filling out again. My upper body's filling out. So goal is to maintain this 240, maybe more or less lose a little fat and slowly gain muscle and strength again. In the calisthenics movements, in the bench press, the weighted dips, weighted pull-ups, weighted chin-ups, and also to get my pistol squats stronger, still train my calves, and also see more or less if I could front squat, maybe even front squat 405. I did that extreme cut because whenever I see a result, I want to push the envelope on how far I can go, even if it's pretty irrational. I just push the envelope because I saw myself losing some weight so fast. I was like, okay, how long can I continue this? That's really what motivated me to make an extreme cut. I had a few successful cuts over the years, but majority of my cuts have been extreme. And then I would gain size and strength back. And then I'll gain size and strength back. And then it gets to a point where I go overboard on that again, which I just would even gain a little bit of fat, which I want to prevent this time around. So I have to take it slow, you know? Yes. How about you? Any do you train? How's training going for you, Night of the Entanglement? Did you name yourself after the Jada and Will Smith entanglement? That's why you call yourself Night of Entanglement? Is it after Will and Jada? Yeah, Will and Jada. Don't get me started, man. Don't get me started on Will Smith. Will Smith played a ladies' man in Fresh Prince of Bel Air, a man that most young men aspire to be. Will Smith, a player, a pimp, somebody who gets the woman, somebody who other young men want to learn how to get women from. Will Smith in Fresh Prince of Bel Air. Then you know in real life that he's not any of those things. Will Smith, that was just a character he played on TV early in his career that got him famous. He's nothing like that in real life, especially when you see what happened with him and Jada. They let a woman just take advantage of him. Woman, man, whatever, but he just the opposite of the character he played. That in oh, enlightenment. Oh, okay. I thought you said entanglement. Okay, I can't read. Night of enlightenment. What do you mean by light of enlightenment? Who are you enlightening? But I thought it said entanglement. I thought you were joking. Okay, so yeah, I said my piece on Will Smith. Will Smith is he doesn't even know who I am, so it doesn't even matter. But everything I said was true. Don't get caught in an entanglement. It's no good. Took a year off. Okay, what are you studying? Took a year off training for studies. Yeah, I do the same thing, man. Studying, believe it or not, the gym will always be there. Studies are more important. You can always the gym will always be there for you to return, and strength will come back. So and size will come back. What are you studying, my man? You'll get there again. What are you studying? School is serious business, man. I was a math major. Oh, philosophy. Okay, cool. I took philosophy in the community college back in 2011. It told me a lot of things. Taking philosophy told me that life is not all black and white, and people's perspectives mold their own reality. And somebody's reality, most realities are democratic, but there's that outlier that has a reality that's that's completely different and warped for what everyone else is thinking. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But yeah, do you catch my drift though, right? You know what I mean? What do you think about philosophy? Any plans on being a professor or what? Okay, cool. Training for muscle size. How are you training for muscle size? You catch my drift. The Tokyo drift, right? But yeah, Tokyo drift was Fast and Furious with Lucas Black and Bow Wow and that one lady and a DK Asian guys. But anyway, muscle size. What are you doing for muscle size? Push ups, bench press, dips, pull ups, squats, deadlifts, or what? You do it with powerlifting or calisthenics or powerlifting and calisthenics? Or maybe some bodybuilding training, right? Who knows? Maybe even science based training. Have you done science based training? That's the craze nowadays, you know? I mean, believe it or not, every routine, including the one I've done, has been there already. Everything out there has ever been done. They're just renaming it. Everything we are seeing is just a new name and just a modification. Everything I've done has been done before. Everything everyone is science business training. Yeah, everyone has done it. They're just reinventing the wheel to fit your own narrative with what you believe is your own truth. Yeah, see? Okay, no problem. Upper, dips, pull ups, and machine. See, there you go. Yeah, exactly. Nothing new under the sun. What machines would you use? Machine for legs or what? Or machine for like upper body, the isolation muscles? Okay, there's a second person watching. Identify yourself. Okay, isolation muscles. Got it. Identify yourself. You dig? Come into the light and out of the darkness. Uh, yeah. You don't train legs enough? Okay, so you want to look like Johnny Bravo, right? Just kidding. I mean, no, I'm not kidding. But I am kind of kidding, though. Do you want to train legs enough? Well, I mean, we all have an idea of our goal physique or maybe some injury or whatever. So it's all good. Yeah, Me, I could barely train legs anymore because I train legs way too much. I mean, I always had shit calves. My calves were only above average at most when I got fat, but they were always shit. And also having a strong squat and deadlift helped. Yeah, but and being heavy. When you're freaking heavy, you're gonna have big calves, even if they're crap. But now I can't even train legs anymore, so I can only do pistol squats. I probably could barely front squat anymore. And if I could buy front squat, it's probably gonna be a rudimentary amount of weight. So puny, man. But yeah, I'm so yeah. Your current gym power rack and tower rack are trash. And you hate machines for legs. Yeah, I understand. It's safety first, man. Especially if you don't know how to bail on a heavy squat where you'll pass out after repping something heavy for high reps or doing volume or get crushed without safety, then yeah, don't don't better off be safe. Don't have to be a warrior saying, "Oh, I do like that," and then fucking get crushed, man. No point. What happened to your front squat? It's my effing back. That's what happened. My spine, some spondylosis and bone spurs prevent me from doing any deadlift, any squat, any whatever movement. So I have to barely do pistol squats every now and then. And if I front squat, it'll be sub 315 front squat for a while until I either gain weight or gain pistol squat strength back or whatever. I'm still trying to figure out the front squat, but even pistol squat, it depends. I can barely train legs like that anymore, man. Mess up my back. I did make a video. I'll tag you on. I'll re-upload it on what happened to my injury, but just completely destroyed, shattered my back, my lower back, spine area. I have bone spurs. Basically, too much squats and deadlifts did it. Where I just ignored pain, kept going while I'm injured. Now I'm done. And then trying OHP also did it because you use your spine for OHP, whether it's seated or standing. That shit messes you up, man. Every squat and deadlift I'm posting, it's gonna be re-uploads, and it's re-uploads for creative energy because I love my glory days, what I could have been. I love my glory days. I love looking at the lifts I used to love to do, and it's also for marketing purposes. So so I could get more clients. I could get more views, all that stuff. More views, more clients. So showing my strengths, showing my glory days of what I was proud of what I could have been and what I accomplished, and creative energy. Because at the end of the day, I just love to train. I love my training videos. I love the art, what I've become, and everything I made along the way when it comes to training, and the physique I brought too. So I just love everything about it. And I don't regret anything, honestly. No regrets. If I had one regret, it was to just listen to my body and not get into this situation of messing myself permanently. And just listen to my body and not rush to get strong. And take more deloads, take more rest days, take more deloads, take more rest days. Don't always lift impulsively. But I have no regrets but if anything, I just don't want to make my situation worse. And I can't control this happening because I could have still done everything right and then get the injury much, much later. And much later, I'll be so damaged already and so deep into what I've done that I would just feel I'm happening this happen my injuries happening to me early means I could cope with them better, gives me better coping mechanisms rather than having the injuries later in life where I feel like that's all I had left and I lost it. I mean, it hurts in a way. It doesn't hurt too much, but it kind of does hurt to see my old squat and deadlift videos. I mean, I love seeing it. If I when I see those videos, I was like, I feel like I was the man when I was seeing my old squat and deadlift videos. I was like, man, I really did that. I was awesome, man. I feel really good seeing those videos. The only thing I don't like is that I can no longer do it. Otherwise, I've learned to accept it and accept this new phase in my life. Now I just want to be able to hang. I just want to be able to hang in a way and have some physique, have some strength, and work on businesses and other life situations. That's all. But I made peace with it. It could be worse. I could completely not train. If I completely not train, oh boy, it, it's beginning of the end, honestly. But yeah, that's pretty much the gist of it. Two people. Who does number two work for? Identify yourself, number dude. Yeah, made yourself into a unit, dude. You're still the man. How many dudes have done what you've done? You're actually right, actually. What you said is true. And thank you very much for the kind words, man. And also, you see people like, SJJ Bob, Ashton Rauska, Jesus Oliveras, Austin Perkins, and even people like Russell, all these people who are, and all the IPF, USAPL, all these people are killing it. They're all the man right now. People like me, I was kind of like the early form of them, of the natural people lifting all this heavy ass weight and shit. But then those people just blow it out the water. Whether they're all natural or not, they're studs, man. And I enjoy every bit of it. And then we also see these teenagers benching 500, benching almost 600. Like that guy Blake went, he did 585 bench at 19 years old with wraps. And then the 17-year-old does 570, and they both say they're natty. But regardless, man, yeah, I'm just happy. I mean, teenagers getting early into steroids and stuff, but at least proper information is out there on how to train. More kids are turning to the weight room. Well, I mean, everything comes with pros and cons, Everything comes with, even if it's not the most, and maybe as if it's disingenuous or in some way, but you know, goals of myself outside of fitness. Uh, well, most of my goals are more like career goals and eventually like personal goals, like at least probably like in a way have a family or whatever in the future. But I'm just right now it's just a matter of building my online business, my online tutoring, math tutoring, my online personal training. Just trying to work on that. As far as personal relationships, get closer to people I'm like my family, just spend every time with them because, I won't always see them. They won't always be around. And relationship, yeah, I'm single, but I mean, that's gonna solve in itself. I don't want to get into a relationship if if I'm not good from within, you know? Because I'm at as far as relationship goes, when I was in my 20s in teenage years, that's when I just that's when I want to have fun. But now it's just I want to pass down my parents' genes. I want to at least have a wife and children. But do I plan on making my channel into something? That's to be determined in the future. More of just my training and my vlog, whether it's lifestyle, whether it's self improvement, whether it's training, whether it's my own training, my clients' training, training information, content, and even my goofy ass freestyle raps with my terrible flow, terrible voice. But some I had some bars. I did. I just have terrible flow. I had terrible cadence, terrible flow, terrible delivery. But my did have some bars, especially when I didn't stammer. So more of what it has been since I made the channel since 2010. So yeah, man. Anything else you would like to know, pal, my friend? Anything my friend Knight of the Enlightenment would want to know. And there are two people watching. Who does number two work for? Tell me, number two, who do you work for? Do you work for Tobi, number two? There is enlightenment, person number one. enlightenment, person number one. And then there's number two who has been shadowing. And number two won't tell me who he works for. Or even she. Could be a woman. Who does this woman number two work for? Jesus Christ, boy! What did you eat? Jeez. Okay. Number two left. Okay, no problem. Number two is gone. Gone, gone, gone with the wind. Gone, gone, gone with the wind. So, Night of the Enlightenment. Anything else you would like to know, my friend? Night of the Enlightenment. Okay, number two. You're back again. Is there a number three? Did I do that? I don't know what to do with these hands. Is that it? See my hands? They're big, man. They're big. You can't see me. Word life. John Cena, man. Yeah, John Cena's gonna retire, man. Because he is completely banged up and he's is pursuing Hollywood. Honestly, John Cena was one of my early heroes. He was one of my early heroes when it came to not just having a physique, but also rap music and just wanting to look like him. To me, in eighth grade, John Cena was the man. I thought he was a cool kid. I wanted to dress like John Cena. I wanted to rap like John Cena. I wanted to have his arms and calves, man. I wanted to look like John Cena. He was the man. But when I started watching, it was the last of his wank wigga phase. But I understand times have changed. It's not 2005 anymore. That was a character John Cena was playing. It was part of his real self, but not. It wasn't him. It was part of him, but it was a character he was playing. And he's almost 50 now. He's 48. So you want a 48-year-old man in 2025 to dress like it's 2003 at the age of 48, a white guy? It's odd. He dresses goofy already, but it's better than dressing like you're from 2003, 48-year-old white guy. Yeah, you're just gonna come across as an uncle or as a old guy trying to be young. So at least him dressing like a third grader, he's selling shirts with his Fruity Pebbles stuff, you know? John Cena. Yeah, man. He was one of my heroes, man. Early heroes. I have a list of heroes. But yeah, he was one of my heroes. My dad was my number one hero though. And as far as woman heroes, I would say my mom. And I have fitness heroes, I have music heroes, I have even probably Gordon Ramsay as my cooking hero, but more for entertainment, but also for a cooking hero. Even knowing that Gordon Ramsay is not a nice guy. And my number one lifting hero, I would say, even for future reference, Eric Lillybridge. He was really my main lifting hero. I want to catch up to Eric Lillybridge for a long time. He was the number one lifter I have been chasing for a very long time when I was starting to get strong. Or even before I even got strong, he was the number one lifter I was chasing, Eric Lillybridge. And then I had side quests like one guy I know in person who's actually stronger than me, has at least 50 to 75 pounds more muscle than I currently have. Fonz. Fonz of East Coast Iron Denellen. He he's actually my training partner. Actually, sometimes I train with him, not all the time, but he's somebody I've been chasing in person. Someone who actually out deadlifts me, out benches me, out squats me, all that stuff. I out front squatted him currently, but his best ever front squat was more than mine. Fonz was somebody I was chasing in the deadlift, especially and chasing in the bench press, but especially deadlift. I was really, and I wanted size like Fonz. Fonz was somebody I was chasing, man. Yeah, be around people stronger than you sometimes. You chase them. But now my body is too destroyed. Me, I come to YouTube and disappear for months. I do that over the years. My channel is on and off over the years simply because of career. Because my the way I lift very intense. I play all this gangster rap music. I live very intense. Sometimes I'm shirtless, and I use all this cuss words and foul language, slam the weights. And I was like, okay, this is a freaking angry black man, roid rage ogre. They don't know I'm roid or natural. We didn't know the difference watching my videos. So just because if it depending on where I am in my career, or if I'm trying to pick up a new job or whatever, I have to put my videos on private so I can have higher chance of getting the position because I'm like, oh, angry, roid rage, meathead, black man, angry, violent black man. If because they when you look for a job, these people look at what you do. So they're like, okay, angry freaking black guy, meathead, roid rage. He's gonna come to our work and hurt us. He's gonna roid rage snap at us. That's what they see. So they see those videos and they're like, nah, not this guy, man. I don't want to be in the ICU. So I have to put them in private sometimes. And I disappear. You heard? You get it. Okay, number two. Who do you work for? I only see number one, aka Knight of the Enlightenment. He's the one answering the questions. And I'm glad because I'm getting good content out there. Thank you, Knight of the Enlightenment. You're giving me all the good questions. You are giving me good comments too, good encouragement. You're engaging with me, so at least we have good information. Peace out.